So I want to talk to you about something. Those days when you don't feel ready for the day, if you've never experienced that, maybe this is not relatable to you. If you want me to explain, basically, the day I didn't feel ready for the day, I woke up and I thought to myself, my mind started coping, okay? I was like, man, if I just slept 2 more hours, I would be more productive. So it will be a productive thing to do right now to sleep 2 more hours. Because I slept like 5 hours last night and I felt a little bit tired. And I thought to myself, you know what? Even in like 5 hours from now, I would still have enough time to do all the tasks on my task list. So why don't I just sleep 2? Okay. And my mind was trying to convince me. What you have to do in that situation is no. Because sleeping 2 more hours is not worth breaking a promise to yourself that you're going to wake up at this specific time. Okay. It is not. It's not worth it. And no matter how much your mind will try to convince you, you will then, after you wake up after those 2 hours of sleep, that then turn into 3, that then turn into 4, you will feel like shit. Even though you're more energetic, even though you have more energy, you're on a low frequency now. You feel like shit, so you feel ashamed of that. So you wish you would have just went and started the day even on those 5 hours of sleep. You got 8 hours of sleep now, but you feel ashamed of yourself because you didn't keep a promise to yourself. And this is the philosophy that I learned from JMS, John Mark Stevenson, that it's so valuable. It is such a shame for you to not keep a promise to yourself. That doesn't matter how many hours of sleep you get, doesn't matter how healthy you ate the last night, how well you did the day before. You will feel like shit. So why does this even happen, right? The first thing can be sleep. When you're sleeping, your amygdala, which I talked about in previous videos, your subconscious mind will try to make you, your devil on your left shoulder will try to make you give up, try to make you go back to sleep, try to make you seek comfort. Another reason why this happens is just too much comfort in your life. You just have too much comfort. Your bed is too comfortable. Your room is too hot. It's like you have everything going well for you. One thing that my old friend Leon Pashov told me was, and this was actually a trend inside of Adonis School, he made us sleep on the ground. He said that if you can't get up in the morning, if you struggle with getting up in the morning, if you don't feel ready for the day, sleep on the ground for a couple of days. And that worked. Everybody there started, like 50 guys in Donna School posted like they slept on the ground last night, and this morning they woke up and they got up immediately because they couldn't wait to get out off the ground because it was uncomfortable. So maybe a little bit of uncomfort like that, maybe a little bit of discomfort may actually help you. Another reason why this may happen, and Hamza talked about this, is your goal is too realistic. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this. So many guys have this small dick energy, and I used to have this too, that they think, nah man, I don't want to make 10k a month, I just need to make like 2k, 1 to 2k a month, and that'll replace my job and I'll be happy. You know, like that's my goal. Like obviously I wouldn't want to make 10k a month, but you know, making 1 to 2k a month is good enough. You know, that's like my current goal. And when you do that, when you make it your current goal, okay, 1 to 2k a month will be just a step that you know, step over, right? Don't make it a goal. Don't make it even a temporary goal. Because what happens is this. Now, if your goal is 2k a month, if that's like the prize, if that's like the result and that's like the reward of your hard work, you're not going to want to work hard anymore because the reward just isn't worth it. What, 2k a month? That's not worth it. Making 10 to 20k a month, if that's what you put yourself as a goal in your mind, then in that case, your mind will say, yeah, that's worth the reward. And I believe it can happen. Let me work hard. Let me get out of bed anyways, even though I don't feel like it. Let me go take that cold shower anyways. But when your mind doesn't believe it's real, which is another reason. First of all, the first reason is you believe it's real because it's a small goal, but the reward just isn't worth it. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. So you have to make your goals bigger. Big dick energy. Make a bigger goal that will motivate you. That will even scare you a little bit. Another reason why this happens is your goals are just don't want to say too big, because there's not such a thing. Everything is possible. But have it in a certain order. Your goal is so big that your subconscious mind doesn't believe it can be achieved. Why would it? You still struggle with jerking off. You still struggle with getting out of bed. So if you still fail and you still don't keep promises to yourself, your subconscious mind doesn't have a reason to believe that you can make 200K a month, right? It's not that it's not achievable. It's that it's not achievable to the person you are right now. So what you need to do is you need to start doing the habits that the millionaire version of you would do, which is get out of bed even though you don't feel ready for the day, right? And if you keep that momentum, one good day, I made a tweet today, one good day, it doesn't mean shit, but one bad day doesn't mean shit either. Remember that. Take it positively, because that's what's gonna serve you. This was my tweet this morning, and it's so true. If you do the good habits that your future version is doing, then you're getting closer to becoming that man. And God will never allow you to become a millionaire without having millionaire habits, without having this quote from JMS explained it perfectly. He says, your lifestyle will never exceed your level of self-development. And it's so true. Because I know I don't deserve to be a millionaire just yet. Yes, I might have uploaded hundreds of videos, done podcasts with millionaires, made some money here and there, but I just don't deserve it yet. I'm still struggling with certain things. And I still get that lizard mind. I still get temptations. I still fuck up sometimes. I still stay up late because of a girl. I still do stupid shit. So I don't deserve it just yet. So I need to become that man. And I wouldn't have come to this conclusion if I wasn't journaling. You can watch my video on journaling where I explain why it's so important. But I wouldn't have come to this conclusion if I wasn't journaling. Because on one journaling session I just thought, I don't fucking deserve it yet. Who the fuck do I think I am? I need to become the man that deserves it. And at this level that I'm operating at, I'm currently not that guy yet. Now, the last reason why this happens is quite simple. It's cognitive dissonance. I've made videos on this, and Ali has made a video on this too. You literally are having cognitive dissonance watching this video. That's the title of Ali's video. I might put it in the description, because that's such a valuable video that I really want you to watch it. Or you can watch my video, The Scientific Explanation Behind NoFap, where I explain cognitive dissonance too. So cognitive dissonance, just in short, is when your prefrontal cortex is too weak against the amygdala, and the amygdala wins, and you go back to sleep. The amygdala is the subconscious part of your mind, the primal part of your mind, the whatever that just wants its needs met, and doesn't care about your goal. It doesn't believe that your goal of becoming a millionaire is real. That's why the current need to do this or to do this, like playing video games, or do this, is more important to it. So that's why you fall into these habits, because of the amygdala. So you need to train your prefrontal cortex. And this is another solution to how you can solve this problem. So I'm going to start with the solutions. And I already touched upon this. So train your prefrontal cortex. What trains your prefrontal cortex? I explained in that video, but I'm going to mention a couple of things. So like meditation. Meditation is a good way. Meditation trains your prefrontal cortex, because the amygdala, once the need of dopamine, need of fun met, but your prefrontal cortex, you're not giving it. And you do not stop meditating until a 10-minute, 20-minute timer doesn't stop. And you keep consistent at this every single day, you'll see that resisting the urge to jerk off, resisting the urge to do whatever, right, whatever that's bad for you, is going to be easier. This is not coincidence. This is the prefrontal cortex being trained and being stronger. It has hypertrophy just like a muscle. I don't know if a brain is considered a muscle or not, but I consider it a muscle. Okay? Or just as an analogy, let's say it's a muscle. It works. Okay? It actually makes you do the right decision easier. Another thing with the goals problem is that have big goals that motivate you, okay? Like, you need to have such a goal that is worth you going through any pain possible, okay? It's worth it. It's like it will change your life to a point to where it's worth it. And with that analogy of having such a big goal that your subconscious mind doesn't believe it, I have a solution for you too. It's watching and studying Brian Tracy and David Goggins as well. His book, Can't Hurt Me, that's probably one of the best books I've been reading. I'm on the 100 and something page, and it really taught me a lot. But study Brian Tracy and how he controls his subconscious mind. Writing your 10 goals every single morning, which makes your subconscious mind believe that that goal is possible because you're making it physical. Renting your dream car for, let's say, 12 hours. Feeling that it can be real. Speaking to those million, that's the thing that made it for me, okay? It's speaking to the people that I want to be like. Speaking to Max Lewis, who's worth 8+ figures. Speaking to people, to millionaires, to young guys like Robert Malagisi, who's 20 years old, if I'm not mistaken. He's making $60K a month. People that I want to be like. Speaking to these people for a couple of hours on a podcast, just like you can watch mine. And you see me get a chance to speak to these people and pick at their brain. And the one thing that I saw is that they are not different than me. Robert and I, we got along pretty well. And I saw so many similarities between me and him. And that he just started earlier. And even after our podcast, we talked for a couple of minutes and he told me to keep doing what I'm doing. That has potential. I don't know if you understand how much that makes your subconscious mind start believing it. When you see someone right in front of you who has everything you dream of, tell you that what you're doing, you just need to keep doing that. Right now, it's impossible for me to quit. I just want you to understand that it's impossible. I've spoken to so many people on this podcast that told me to just keep doing what I'm doing, that have the things that I want. It's impossible for me to quit. So either speak to someone like that, either feel your dream life, never stop learning, and you'll get there. And your subconscious mind will start believing it. Another solution to this is Hamza. I'm going to steal this one from Hamza. It's, what would X do? What would Andrew Tate do? What would Hamza do? What would David Goggins do? What would this guy that you want to be like, that you look up to, do? What would someone do? Put it on your mirror, whatever. What would he do? And do exactly that. Another analogy, again from Hamza, is just turn off your brain. Because your brain got you into the position that you're in right now. And if that's not where you want to stay, stop listening. Just turn your brain off. Okay? Just turn your brain off and do what that person that you want to be like would do. And don't think about how you feel. That's a very valuable lesson right there. Another thing that JMS said, John Mark Stevenson, is, how blessed am I? You know? How blessed am I to be able to work on my goals? When I was in the hospital, okay, I wish to be back in front of this camera, in front of my computer, and be able to work, okay? And be able to do everything that I do. To be able to be back at my office and to work. How blessed am I now to be able to do exactly that which I couldn't do in the hospital for the past 4 days. And it's funny because yesterday when I got back home, I worked all night long. And I worked until like 1 a.m. And I had to wake up at 7 today. So I still like wanted to wake up. But in the morning, I didn't feel that same inspiration. And this is the thing that Andrew Huberman and David Goggins explained as well, is in the morning, you don't feel motivation. You don't feel dopamine. You don't feel that inspiration. So that's why you have to turn off your brain, as Hamza said. This morning, although I knew how blessed am I to finally be able to work, because last 4 days I haven't been able to work and I didn't want to do anything else but work. This morning I didn't feel like it. How crazy is that? How ungrateful am I? How blessed am I to be able to work finally after those 4 days of me wishing I could work? How ungrateful am I to my younger self from 4 days ago and now not want to work? The reason why I'm saying this is because this is perfectly normal. I don't want you beating yourself up for this because this is perfectly normal. It happens to almost everyone, I expect. In the morning, you just don't feel dopamine, and that's perfectly fine. So if you ever want to beat up yourself about this, just want you to understand that this is a normal struggle that you're going to have to go through. So just go through it. Like, there's nothing much I would say to you. So yeah, with this in mind, I really do hope that this video was useful to you. I really hope that you took a lot of value from this. And yeah, with this in mind, God bless you. And I'll see you on the next one.